the main man, Lobo. So here is just a quick overview of the main man and the accessories, the repaints, and everything else. So I just want to go over here. As you can see, the guitar, it has a black wash, some black accents, also with some chrome accents for the strings and some of the components on there. That flat gray, it just wasn't doing it for me, so I ended up doing that. The pants itself is also has a wash and a slight repaint to bring out some of the details. Same thing with the OG one. The same type of paint apps on the clothes. For the shirts, I also see where the rips and tears are on both of the shirts where I painted in so you can see the skin from underneath. This OG here, the original release from McFarlane's LOBO, did not have long hair. This long hair actually comes from Storm's Collectibles hair options. If anyone has the Storm Collectible ones from the Injustice line, it comes with two identical hair pieces and an extra one as well. So I ended up taking the extra hair piece and dropping it on the original head. Now let me pick this one up. So you can see the belt. So I repainted the silver, the skull silver with the red focus with the red star. You can see where the tears in the shirt now show the skin, and the zipper. Now you can see the zipper within the jacket as well as the buttons. Also the spikes on the shoulders are also painted. Let's turn it around, and you can see kind of the detail within the wash and also the dry brush within the pants. Okay. As for the boots, your boots were just continued on with the same pants color. So I actually painted it black with some silver accents. So therefore you can see now it actually looks like a boot versus a continuation to the pants in the back. Little details that McFarlane could put into play. And especially now that he's raised some of the basic figures to $40, which is crazy. With the collector's edition that comes with extra hands and extra accessories is $30, and now he reverted back to a standard figure with no extra hands, no extra anything for $40. Now that might be understanding on the internet. They saying that that's a because of a blown deal and he's just trying to get rid of them. It might be, but if people continue buying at $40, the collector's edition is probably going to be at $50. The standard is going to be at $40, and then the deluxe is going to be over $100, which is crazy. But anyway, this is about the review of Lobo. So this was the basic mod that I did with this, was just changing out the hair shade of the hair and added this hair piece along with the other additional paint apps, even in the gloves as well. It was all one black glove, so I ended up painting the metal parts of it, of the glove, silver. All this extra detail is pretty much needed. Okay, we're gonna get rid of the original, go to the newer one. All right. Now this here, this shotgun, is from Bishop, as well as the holster. So the holster and along with the gun goes here, so it can give that same Injustice vibe. Same thing here. I painted the boots black. Let's get this. This peg actually is from the additional head. Silver accents, same wash and dry brushing going over. The guitar, as you can see, is painted from. I didn't really concentrate too much on the back, to be honest with you. I concentrated more on the front. So, I mean, this is one way you can paint your guitar for him so he can, bring him to life a little bit. Let's remove it so you can get a good look. Okay, and the back, I didn't do much on the back. And the silver accents on the side. So this is pretty much for the base. Is pretty much going to be held in place on the bike stand. Now let's go over this head here. So I love this head. I love this expression for Lobo. I think that they nailed it with this. I like this head a lot more than I like this head. Not a fan of this head at all. I might just take this hair off and add the longer hair like I did with the other one, but I'm not a fan of this head sculpt. But I think this is definitely the main man captured. All right. Now I just had it here on this display. For this is just a lightsaber stand that I printed. Okay, so this Lobo again is the same type of repaint like I did with the original release. Painted the zippers, painted the buttons, painted the tears, where the tears in the shirt, painted so you can see a skin color, painted the spikes, did a light wash on the jacket and a light wash on the pants to give out some more detail, and the same thing with the boots. Okay, also the hook was way too wide, I felt, so I trimmed it down on this one to give it a more sleeker look. There we go, it's in focus. So overall, it's a cool addition. I do have a real chain version with a hook on it. So that slides right inside there. Okay, that works. Now the next part is this. So this is his space bike. It has a wash on it. Same thing with the body, some accent paint, also for the turbines in the back. But the cool thing about this one is lights. I added lights into here, also in the front. The eyes and the stars glowing. Let's show you that it's actually being lit up. So let's turn it off, and then you'll see. Off, on, off, on. And the same thing with the rest of the body. So I wanted to open this whole thing up. I just couldn't. I ended up started breaking the main body, this portion. I was unsuccessful doing it. What I wanted to do was I wanted to hollow this out and added a screen there. I wanted to hollow this part out and these areas out to put lights in those to shine through, and also some accent lighting within the engine. I wasn't able to do it successfully. It was going to break, but here in the back you can see where the jets come in. Yes. Okay, so this whole thing was repainted. It's not perfect. It was hard getting this off, and it was even harder getting it back together. This is not like some of the other McFarlane stuff where it's held together with screws. This is all glue and it's all glued together. So with some hot water and some prying, I was able to get these off to put the lights in here. I thought about putting some lights back here. You can kind of see the venting, or you can see the lights right in the back. I decided against it. I just wanted to keep it simple overall. But I just wanted to show off even the new paint apps on the whole entire bike. Now I know there's some good customizers out there. There's some tutorials on how to open up hollow plastics like this. I didn't want to cut into it too deep. This was a $70 piece. Did not want to break it and ruining $70, especially for just the narrow means that all I did was get a Lobo with 2 extra heads. But I think I salvaged it, and I think it looks pretty good. I know some of you guys can do a lot better. I'm looking forward to seeing how other people will mod the bike as well. Now, as the last piece and component of the Lobo deluxe pack, comes with dog. I remember the DC Direct dog and bike when I was a kid. I absolutely loved that bike. But it was short. It was crazy. The dog was, cheap. That Lobo was the best Lobo at the time. But I'm glad that this bike came out. I made so many different versions of this bike here using Dark of the Moon jetpack from Optimus Prime and some other bikes from Marvel Legends. I made like 3 different versions of this type of bike. Ended up selling it on eBay. But this dog here is a good sculpt. Again, lacking some paint details, but I put it on here, but I don't really display it with it. But it's a good sculpt though. No articulation, it's just a clumpy statue. But overall, I just wanted to show off the bike, the potential of the bike, the potential of some of the paint apps and mods you can do for your Lobo add-ons so you can make it truly your own. Overall, I think it's a good buy. Do I think it's worth $70? No. I would say maybe at the $50 price point as a basic deluxe figure, only because this joint is super hollow. There's no meat to this bone. You can fling this around. It feels flimsy and cheap. But it's not. But it definitely doesn't have that premium feel to it. But I am glad that there is a good representation of a Lobo bike out there. And now I have it. So if anybody wants to do these same type of mods to their Lobo with the guitar, adding lights and other details to the bike, the paint apps also to the Lobo, or adding any other details out there, I mean, I'm definitely willing to take a look. I think that we have a great modding community, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. Just wanted to show you guys that the front. I just think this angle here is cool with this bike. But yeah, man, I appreciate your time for taking a look at this video. I'll see you in the next one.